Sign the divorce papers or I'll break your nose. The pen hit my chest before it hit the table. His hand still hovered in the air, shaking from his own arrogance. My wife stood behind him, silent, her eyes darting toward the floor like she had already chosen her side. "Your children are mine," he spat. I let out a breath that almost sounded like a laugh. Not joy, not humor, just disbelief sharpened into something lethal. "Street fighting is so messy," I said softly. 20 years as a Black Ops operative taught me how to make a man vanish without a trace. The words landed. His bravado slipped. His hand twitched toward the pistol at his waist. He thought pulling it would control the room, but I'd already taken control the moment I walked in. I didn't need to look at her to know she wouldn't speak. Silence was her chosen weapon now. Silence and the gangster she had crawled into bed with. Infidelity isn't loud. It doesn't come crashing through the front door. It seeps into the walls. It stains the sheets. It's the pause in her voice when she lies about where she's been. It's the way she avoids my eyes when she hands me my own coffee. I wanted to deny it, pretend I hadn't seen her messages, pretend the strange number that kept calling late at night wasn't him. But denial is weakness, and weakness in my world gets you killed. So I swallowed it, and I watched. Her betrayal wasn't just a wife's affair, it was calculated. She wanted more than passion. She wanted security from a man who could scare me. She forgot who I used to be. She forgot what training does to the mind. I played the role of the husband too busy to notice, but inside I was dissecting everything. Phone records, hotel receipts, her credit card charges that didn't match her stories. I tracked him too, his routes, his habits, the way he leaned on his reputation instead of skill. A man built from violence but hollow in strategy. He thought fear would keep me out of his shadow. I gathered evidence quietly. DNA from the motel sheets, video feeds from the parking lot cameras. My silence wasn't surrender, it was preparation. And every night, lying next to her, my chest burned with questions I never asked out loud. How long had she despised me? When did my devotion turn into her opportunity? She kissed me once in the kitchen while dinner simmered on the stove. Her lips touched mine, but her eyes were far away. I let her believe I was blind. In truth, I was waiting for the perfect moment to open them. The report came back clean, precise, undeniable. DNA, surveillance stills, a ledger of betrayal laid bare on white paper. I sat across from her that night, the children asleep upstairs. I slid the folder across the table. No words. Her hands trembled as she flipped the pages. Pictures, hotel timestamps, his arm wrapped around her waist. Her lips parted, searching for a lie strong enough to survive. None came. Tears welled, but I felt nothing. Not pity, not rage, just the cold confirmation of what I had already known. "Why?" I asked finally. She broke then, stammering, sobbing, reaching across the table like touch could erase truth. I didn't move. My silence was louder than any scream. The next time he cornered me, gun heavy on his hip, I was ready. He pushed the papers again, trying to look fierce. My wife lingered in the background, wringing her hands. I placed the folder between us. Slowly, calmly. "Read," I told him. He scanned the pages, confusion hardening into panic. Every photo, every timestamp, his face, his fingerprints, his stain across the life he thought he'd stolen. I leaned back. "You didn't just crawl into my bed," I said coldly. "You walked into a federal crime, conspiracy, racketeering, and I've already delivered copies to people who don't forget." His face drained of blood. My wife gasped, realizing too late she had chosen the wrong enemy. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't touch my weapon. I let silence crush them both. I left them there, him staring at the evidence that would dismantle him, Her staring at the man she thought could save her. The children were mine. Not by law, by truth. They would never know her version of love ever again. I walked out without looking back. People think betrayal burns hot. It doesn't. It freezes you, numbs you, leaves you sharper than before. By the time the door closed, I already felt lighter. Her tears, his threats, their collapse, none of it mattered anymore. I wasn't her husband. I wasn't his victim. I was the man who saw everything, said nothing, and left with everything that mattered. And I never turned back.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.